Hey everybody, it's Glenn Ackerman with Energy Awareness Training for our weekly class on different aspects of energy awareness, and tips, trainings, and techniques for you to have a better life, to have an easier life, to have a more abundant and successful life. And all of those things encompass energy. So as we get ready to get started here, we'll give people a minute or two to come on and join us. I want to share with you the profound aspects of being energetically aware. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of the questions I get regularly and the feedback I got. By the way, thank you for your feedback, not only on this broadcast, but on the communications that you send me through the emails and the Facebook messengers and the Instagrams. Appreciate that, and it lets me know the particular aspects of this training that you're interested in. Energy awareness training is a training, a methodology, a teaching system that enables us to learn all about the different aspects of energy. And why that's important is energy is the new paradigm for the next decade. You're starting to hear more. You didn't hear that word much in the last few years, a little bit, but not so much in terms of personal development, in terms of self-development, growth, human potential, etc. And this is the missing link that we've been all looking for when we ask ourselves, how do I have a better life? What do I need to do to improve my life in the different areas that I need to bring up to speed? For many of us, actually for all of us, we have, our lives are compartmentalized in different categories. So we have our career, what we do for a living, what we do to make money. We have our health regimen, what we're doing to stay healthy, our diet, our exercise, lifestyles, lifestyle changes. So we have that going on. And then we have our relationships, which are so important, right? Our parents or our spouses or our children or our friends. That's important. And we also hopefully have our growth, the aspects of our growth, the things that we're interested in that may not necessarily make us money, but develop ourselves emotionally, spiritually, physically. And that's where the energy aspect comes along. So in educating ourselves and learning more about life, learning more about the world, learning more about the things that you're interested in, all of these compartments, which seem to be different things, career, health, relationships, personal development, they actually are all connected. They're all interlinked when you understand what energy is and how energy works. So let me give you a little bit background here as people come on, and then we'll go into today's topic. So you heard in the 7th grade, your teacher said that everything's energy, right? And that didn't do much for you, didn't do much for me, because we're taught to go to school, we're taught to get good grades, we're taught to get out and get a job or get a career going, we're taught to get a relationship and get married and have kids, or we're taught to excel. So it seems that so much of our lives is about rush to the next thing. And in this rush to, from school that we learn to, we got to get good grades, we got to show up, strong. If you're on the sports teams, you got to do well academically. There's pressure on you from your parents or maybe pressure from the school. So there's a got to get going. Same thing with work. Everybody's in a rush, right? Everybody's we're taught to be in this vibe of gotta get it going. Well, no one ever taught us the underlying factor of all these things that we're doing, and everything that we're doing in life is connected to energy. It's actually energy itself. So when I say everything's energy, I'm talking about, this whole planet Earth. People are energy. Air is energy. Light is energy. Computers are energy. Activities are energy. Everything is an energy exchange because everything's moving. Everything's a relationship. Everything is the ability to have a goal, a starting point, and an ending point of where you want to end up with. So much of our lives, we're in a rush to get things going, get certain things going, get our education going, get that going here, get our jobs going, get and find the relationship, etc. It's this constant stream. And along with that stream is a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension, a lot of pressure. And we're taught when we're young, to go get it, go make things happen, get things, achieve. And that's important, no doubt about it. That's important in life because that's what we want to do. But there's a missing link in life. There's a missing link in that, why is it so hard sometimes? Or why is there such stress around it? Or why, when you're trying to do the best you can in your inner thoughts, there's so much turmoil? Because that's an energy too. And as you observe, how this world works, and you're coming from an energetic aspect, and this is what I'm teaching. Why energy is so important is because underlying every communication, every activity, every move we make is an energy that propels it. So for example, I teach energetic laws. What are energetic laws? Energetic laws are laws and methodologies that are so important for us to be able to navigate this world with. So for example, one of the energetic laws is everything is energy, okay? And why is that important? Because when you go to the deeper level, not just energy of solar wind panels or energies of flying crystals, in the air, but I'm talking about real world stuff that we have to deal with every day. We're trying to make decisions and navigate what's best for us, right? You want to know what's the best thing for you to do today? What's the best food for you to eat, right? What's the best person to get involved with, or to date, or place to hang out, or activity to do? We're always trying to do the best things that we can for ourselves. And we want to make the right decisions. Well, the power and the purpose of energy awareness training is to recognize that there's a whole field of information about everything that we're doing that we haven't tapped into. So there's another hidden reality that's taking place simultaneously of everything that we're doing. So, and we never looked at it this way. But do you ever notice one of the things that I work with a lot of students at is relationships and being able to initiate contact, be able to meet people. So the natural thing is like say for a guy or a gal who they see somebody attractive and they'd like to meet them. So the natural thought is, attractive person. Like to meet them. Could be a new friend, it could be a new date. So in order to meet them, you have to go over there and introduce yourself, right? And make contact. So that's what we're used to doing. However, if you ever notice, when you're thinking about doing that, especially somebody that you're very attracted to, there's another force that comes up. There's another frequency that says, you're just about to take the action, and there's a force, a thought, an energy, whatever you want to call it, that says, wait a minute, hold on, I don't know if you should go over there, I don't know if they're going to like you, they may reject you, there may be pain over there, you better watch your step. And it just shuts you down. I'm sure you've had that feeling, whether it's to meet somebody you're attracted to or maybe somebody you admired or a celebrity that you wanted to talk to. There's like the uh-oh. So what you have is an internal tug of war. Part of you wants to and part of you doesn't want to. And so much of us, that's kind of like the blueprint in life. When you think about our goals, when you think about our outcomes or where we want to be in life, part of us wants to get there and a part of us doesn't want to get there. So what I do is I identify these as frequencies or energies, because if you haven't heard the quote from Nikola Tesla, who's probably one of the most brilliant men of this past century, he said, if you really want to understand the secrets and the mysteries of life, then you'll look at things in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now we're on to something. Rather than just saying everything's energy, Tesla said if you really want to understand how everything works, you'll start to view things in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So what that means, what he's basically saying is that everything that we're doing in this life has an energy, has a vibration, and a frequency to it. And I go even further and identify that energy, all energy, has a power, a purpose, a frequency, a direction, and it gives off information. So that's especially true with people, isn't it? So much of our lives is involved in interacting with people. And some people do what they say they're going to do. Some people don't do what they say they're going to do. Some people are trustworthy. Some people aren't trustworthy. Some people you want to hang out with because it feels good. Some people you don't want to hang out because it doesn't feel good. However, most of that information is hidden, and it doesn't come on a billboard that said, okay, this person you can trust, this person you can't trust. It's not out there. And if you notice, so many of the pain that we go through and the suffering we go through is because we've made mistakes about judgment, about getting involved with somebody or in a project or in a business or something where it looked good, right? It looked good. And it wasn't until you got involved in it, until you were in the midst of it, that you go, whoa, this isn't what I thought it was. This is what I didn't think it was supposed to be. And then it takes its course, and usually it ends in disappointment. When I'm talking about when you get involved with something that is shifted, this isn't what you thought it was. There's disappointment, there's frustration, some kind of loss. And then you think, if I only knew then what I knew now, I never would have done that. Haven't you said that? And for all of us, is that if I only knew then what I know now, I never would have done that. Well, wouldn't it be more helpful for you to know what's going to happen, or what the tendency of the relationship or the investment or the business or the place to live or the car to buy? Wouldn't it be good to know what is going to happen, or at least where the tendency is before you get involved? I say yes. And that's one of the most powerful things you learn in energy awareness training when you're studying energy. If you're studying with me and the training that I do, is the ability to calculate and to read hidden energies. Because everything that happens to us, whatever the outcome of that, it's already there at the beginning. So for example, in the dating scene, you're looking for somebody to date. You want to know that this is somebody that I can trust. This is somebody who deserves of my trust, that I can open up to and be emotionally vulnerable to, and that will honor me and respect me. Isn't that what we want? And in the one that didn't work out, they seemed to be that way until they weren't. Until it became very clear to you that the person that you're in a relationship or you're dealing with right now is not the person that you made the decision to get involved with. I've had that happen to me a couple of times, even with people, even with employees and contractors who, we can do, Mr. Ackerman, we can get this done, and we can get this done, and we can get that done, and come to find out, this is before energy awareness training, but I would come to find out that, they say one thing, but their actions do something else. Have you ever heard that before? Of course you have. And you think, wow, they weren't what they appeared to be. Well, when you're energetically trained, you teach yourself how to read hidden energies. And people who, when they show up, if you can read the energy, they'll tell you who they are. If you can read how their energies work, it's like being able to, to read people. Only you can. What we're doing is we're reading the energies. And again, I mentioned that energy has a power, a purpose, a frequency. Let's go individually. It's a power. There's a power to energy. Could be a great power. Could be intense power. Might be smaller power coming in. Got a lot of people coming in here. Welcome everybody. Hey Tatiana. Hey Linda. Hey Tyler. Glad you guys are here. So what we're talking about when we're talking about reading energy, wouldn't it be great to be able to know what the outcome is going to be before you get involved in something, before you buy something, before you fall in love with somebody, or before you move into a place, or etc. And the cool thing about energy and energy awareness training is when you learn how to spot the hidden energies that are there, but they're invisible to the untrained eye. But to the energy aware eye, which is what we teach you in the training, you begin to say, they say one thing, but you're able to read the energies of these people. Now, reading energies, you all do that. This is nothing new to you in one sense, because when you meet somebody, you shake hands with them, how are you doing? You're doing an energy read, whether you know it or not. You're picking up their vibrations or their frequencies. And every human being walking around is a walking energy sending and receiving vehicle. So just like everybody you meet, they're feeling your energy and you're feeling their energy, etc. Now, that's something that you can control. So one of the most important things about operating successfully in business or in personal relationships in this world is your energy. How you come across, what's the vibe that you get? You've heard of that, good vibrations. Brian Wilson wrote a song about it. Good vibrations means you're getting a sense of or a feeling of what this thing is like, what this person or what this project or what this thing is like. And when you're able to read that, you can correlate what the energy is telling you versus what they're saying to you. You see, and so much of us, when we're growing up, we're taught to navigate and make decisions based on what people say to us. Well, he said he was going to be able to come through, or he said he was going to be able to get this done by X amount of time, or, he told me I was the only one, he wasn't dating anybody else, and, or he said, I thought this had a 30-day money-back guarantee, that's what he said. Well, people are always communicating to you. We're always communicating because we can't not communicate, because energy is communication. So what I'm here to tell you and to reveal as much as I can here in the class is for you to be energetically aware. For you, first of all, to be energetically aware of yourself and what your energy is like, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, so that you can be energetically aware to others. Because if you got notes, write this one down. What people buy is energy. No matter what it is, whether it's a car or it's a house or it's an investment or a potential date, what they're really buying, although it seems, they're buying the physical thing, no, they're buying the energy. When you're going to date someone, for example, you're looking for a relationship, so you see their bio, right? And you see, I like this, and I go hiking, and I'm into this, and I like this. Oh, that's what it looks like on paper. But you just don't date someone based on paper, based on what you read about them, right? You want to talk to them, right? You want to spend a little time with them, right? And get the vibe. You want to get the vibe to see, okay, It seems good, but what's the real truth? See, energy is the real truth. Energy never lies. People lie, words lie, but energy never lies. So those of you who are into state-of-the-art personal development, you're going to love energy awareness training, because this is state-of-the-art. In my 30 years of pursuing personal excellence, self-development, and human potential, I've never seen anything that comes close to what we have in energy awareness training. And why is that? Because the energy is the missing link to understanding and navigating everything in this world, because we're living in an energetic world. So when you hear people talking about positive thinking or visions, or any of the motivational stuff that's going on, that's pretty much kind of old hat stuff. You've heard it, you've read it. It's pretty much the same concept in every book that you read, or any course that I've seen. Why? Because they're just talking about mental concepts, talking about mental, think this way and do this way and think in this way, like this way. So you're thinking, okay, I got to think this way, I got to think that. Well, I tell you what, thinking is part of the energetic continuum. And there's good thinking and there's bad thinking. Did anybody ever tell you that? No one ever told me that there's good thoughts, there's good thinking, and there's bad thinking, but it's all part of a process. And see, we were never taught the process of how our lives work energetically. So as a result, we have the human condition, which is, what Shakespeare calls everybody walking around in quiet realms of desperation. Why? Because we don't have answers. And dang it, we want answers. We want answers. We want to know what's going on. Why did this happen to me? Or why is this going on in my life? Or why did this person I married change? Or should I stay in this relationship, or should I leave it? Or am I going anywhere with my job? Questions. And what do those questions want to do? Underneath those questions, we want change, don't we? We're here and we want to be here. And it seems though, the challenge that I had when I was, through the years experimenting and doing different personal development stuff, is why is it so darn hard to change? Why can't you just make the change you want? Why can't you just lose that weight, lickety split? Why can't you just quit smoking cigarettes? Or why can't you get on that exercise program and boom, that's the way it is? You ever ask yourself that? Why can't you just make the change, lickety split, and it's done and you're on to the next thing? Why is it so that you're back and forth, that you're like, if you're on a diet, or a good eating schedule, why is it that you do it sometimes and then other times you don't do it, right? Why is it that sometimes you're into your relationship and then other times you're looking for another one? Do you understand? And this is an energetic law called the law of duality, or the law of polarity, which means in this world, living on this earth, what I call the three-dimensional world, which is the world that we all know, that we operate in, there are energies that are influencing us, hidden energies that are influencing us. And you think, what? Hidden energies that influence. And what do I mean by hidden? I mean, they don't advertise, they're not on billboards, they operate inside you in a certain way. And this is the power of what energy awareness does. It alerts you to who you are as a human energy operating system. A human, on your computer you have Mac OS or Windows operating system. Well, you've got an energetic operating system inside you that's operating, that we all do. And it's operating according to the laws of energy. Now, you say, well, I don't know the laws of energy. Okay, well, they're operating anyway, whether you know it or not. And the cool thing about energy awareness training is that I teach you how to spot hidden energies, and I'm talking about that right now. So what's an example of a hidden energy? Well, it's just like I mentioned. There's a part of you that decides, hey, I want to start learning French. Okay, just pick a goal, lose weight, learn a language, get another job, something that takes time, effort, and concentration. So you ever notice in the beginning when you're starting a new project, you're all gung-ho in the beginning, you're all gung-ho about it, and then as time goes on, you're less gung-ho, you're less committed to it. In fact, there comes a time when you're just like, ugh, I don't even know if I want to continue this. I don't know, maybe I'll take a break from it. What? Now, how'd that happen? Here you are, you start, my favorite one, you guys may have heard me, is the diet and lose weight January 1st. Everybody wants to lose weight and get in shape. But what happens? You're gung-ho for a week or two or three or maybe even four, and then there's another force that comes in. There's another force that is the polar opposite of the one energy. So the one energy, the good energy, the energies that I call high vibration energy, that's the energy that wants you to be better, move forward, have more, be more, do more, enjoy your life, go to push yourself to achieve more, to have. And that's a good energy. It's really important for us because we have to keep moving. Energy is always moving. So, but there's another energy that we're living in, because we live in the law under the laws of duality, that wants to block that wants to stop that. No matter what it is, it wants to stop it. And that's the energies. These are the conflicting, hidden energies inside us. So you notice, I've noticed in relationships, there are times when you're in love with your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend and you think the world of them. And there are other times where you can't stand them, where you think, man, I could do better than this, or I'd rather be alone, or I'd rather be single. So you see, you have these two energies pulling us. Another one that I deal with a lot of students is people want to be rich. Okay, they want to be very successful and live a millionaire lifestyle. Great. So if you want to do that, then you have to do what people who achieve that level of success do, which is, be committed, work hard, be focused, sacrifice, putting a project together and put time, focus, energy, and money into building your business or building whatever your vehicle is to become a millionaire. Cool. Well, everybody's excited about that. But then what happens? What happens down the road? Do I really want to work this hard? Aren't you supposed to enjoy life? Why don't you just take the day off and let's go relax and go to the beach? Let's go have some fun, right? And you go, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, okay. So you chuck work, or you chuck your projects, and you find and you say, I got to live a little. So you notice, here we go. We've got one energy that wants to take us up. We've got another energy that wants to take us down. And then we wonder, how come I'm not achieving my goals? How many of us say, by the time I was 30, I thought I would be X, Y, and Z. And then by the time I was 40, I thought I'd be X, Y. I thought I'd have this. I thought I'd be here. I thought I'd be doing this, etc. Right? I thought by the time it goes up every 10 years, 50, 60, 70. You thought you'd be doing certain things, and yet you don't. See, this is the human condition, the human struggle. I want it, but I don't want it. I'm committed to it, but I'm not committed to it. I'm here, but I'm there. You see how that works? It's the energetic law of duality. And that's something that you have to expect. If you want to be energetically aware and get things done, you have to expect that. You have to know how the machine works. And you're an energetic machine. All of us are a human walking energetic machine that's under energetic laws. So when people ask me, energy awareness training, that sounds good. Might be, when people ask me about that, and they go, that sounds interesting. They go, does it help you have a better life? And I said to them, it is your life. You are living in an energetic world right now. You are under energetic laws right now. Hidden energies are affecting you right now. And the accumulation of who you are as an energetic being, which means you have a dual energies influence. You have a high vibration energy, which is all the good that you want: happy, joyous, free, abundant, creative, loving, moving forward, adventuresome. All that's, you have that energy, but you also have another energy, which I call low vibration energy. And by the way, these aren't my terms; these are Tesla's terms about how to identify things through energy, frequency, and vibration. So you have another energy inside you that's that doesn't want you to move forward, that doesn't want you to excel, that doesn't want you to be happy, wants you to stay the same. And not even not stay the same, it wants to pull you in an opposite direction. It tries to influence you. It tries to make its agenda happening. So you got as human beings, we got all this stuff going on energetically inside us. The battles for our attention, hidden energies that want to influence us in a certain direction. And we wonder why life's so tough. We wonder why we don't get what we want, or we wonder why we're not happy. So what's the alternative to that? Well, if people are frustrated, most people are dealing with some form of anxiety. Anxiety and stress is an epidemic here in the United States and the Western world. Epidemic. Everybody's walking around with this voice in their head going, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should be here by now. It's like you've got a built-in voice that wants to beat you up everywhere you go. You should be doing this. You're not doing that. You screwed up. What's the matter with you? You're not worthy. You're never going to be successful. That's the voice in our heads. No one ever told me I had a voice in my head that was trying to hurt me or trying to take me down, right? But it does. All you have to do is just listen to your mind. How about when you wake up in the morning? Or better yet, you get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom. Every negative thought or energy wants to attack you and take you into this place. Now, remember I said the energies have a direction? Okay, so we have the high vibration energies, and that energy wants to lead us to be more, to do more, to have more. It's the energy that says, yeah, lose the weight, get in shape, improve yourself, make more money, fall in love, have a great life. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, we like that energy. Unfortunately, there's the other energy whose job it is to sabotage us or keep us out of high vibration energy. So think about this for a minute. I may have mentioned this in other videos, but I'm going to really clarify it on this one. So these hidden energies that operate inside us that we're not aware of, you are now that I'm pointing them out to you. But by and large, they operate under the radar, under our consciousness. And it's this process that causes more upset, more suffering. It causes people to go upside down. It hurts and destroys more lives, God forbid, this low vibration energy. And you need to be aware of how that energy works. Because if you do nothing else to educate yourself in this life, the most important thing for you to do is to become energetically aware. Because it's not, one day I'm going to be dealing with these energies. You're dealing with them right now. You've been dealing with them since you came to this planet. You were dealing with them as a little boy or as a little girl. And you didn't know about that. You didn't know how it works. And you went through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. So did I. We go into adolescence. Man, it's just one big energy ball, and usually it's a low vibration energy ball. Because we're becoming adults, teenagers. You've got, hormones raging. You're doing the separation thing with your parents. You're thinking about your future. You got so much pressure. And God, I was just a walking ball when I was an adolescent and in high school and right around that time and then going into college. I was just one ball of anxiety. I kept it inside, so you wouldn't think that, but it's just like, whoa, every little thing was like, What's today going to bring for me? Is it going to bring anxiety or fear, or who's going to hurt me, or is this thing going to blow up in my face? God forbid, am I going to lose this and like that? Can you imagine living that way? I live that way, and I know many of you out there are living that way too. It's just you're dealing with one negative thought, negative emotion, negative projection, and what does it do? All of that stuff is low vibration energy. And what does low vibration energy want to do? It wants to pull you down. Wants to pull you, that's its agenda, to pull you down, to keep you away from your happiness, to keep you away from your joy. You can be having the best time in the world. Has this ever happened to you? You're having the best time in the world. Maybe you're with friends at a barbecue and something, and having a great time, and then the thought comes in, yeah, but what about that thing that you got to resolve that it hasn't handled yet? It brings you something to worry about. It brings you something to have stress about. And now, you're with your friends, but you're somewhere else. You're thinking about something that happened in the past, or thinking about something that, some dreaded thing, some horror movie that you're playing in the future about the worst thing that could happen. When that happens, and you think it's you don't realize that you're being played by these energies. You're being played by low vibration energy's attempt to sabotage your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions for the purpose of pulling you down, of taking you out. And so let me clarify for those of you who are new really quickly. High vibration energies: happy, joyous, free, abundant, all the good stuff that we want, happiness, feeling good. Low vibration energy: worry, anxiety, stress, doubt, fear, lack, neediness, desperation, anger, resentment, all that stuff. So the high vibration energy, when you're in it, will make you happy, will take you up, will bring you unlimited joy and happiness. That's its purpose. That's what it does. The low vibration energy wants to block that, wants to take you out of your happiness and fill you with worry, doubt, fear, anxiety. And it is so cunning and it's so subtle, you don't even recognize that it's happening to you. You don't even recognize it. Because the low vibration energy has access to hack into our thoughts and our emotions. What does that mean, hack? It means that it can place thoughts into our mental field, our emotional field, even our physical field, that how we operate to disable us. So if you ever look at somebody who's down or depressed, there's a formula for that. It doesn't happen, I caught depression from so-and-so, I was down, or it was cold outside, I didn't wear a jacket and I caught depression. You don't catch depression or anxiety or stress. It happens internally. It happens through your thought processes as you allow all the thoughts to come in. Now, here's an example. You're at front door of your house. You open up, sometimes you keep the door open, right? It's a nice day, it's a sunny day. You keep the door open, why? So that the good air will come in, so the sunshine will come in. It's what you keep the door open for. However, if it's raining outside, or if there's flies or bugs, you're not going to keep the door open, right? You're going to shut the door. However, if you're not aware what's coming in the front door, it's going to be a mixture of sunlight and flies, right? And good air or mosquitoes. So that's the metaphor that I use for the mental processes that we're going through. We have 50,000 thoughts going through our head every day. And some of these thoughts are high vibrational energy. Many of those thoughts, up to 50% or more, are low vibration energy thoughts that are trying to pull us down, that are trying to disrupt us. So the categories for low vibration energy is, if you've got the way you can spot that hidden energy. Well, let's make our terms clear right now. We know the high vibration energy simplistically wants to take us up, wants to make us feel good, wants to move us forward in our life. The low vibration energy wants to pull us down, wants to bring us into suffering, basically some form of suffering or disappointment. That's the energy that we don't want. Well, the question I always ask is, why do I have so much of the energies that I don't want? I want the high vibrational energy. I want to feel good. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy my life. Why am I dealing with so much chaos and anxiety and worry and stress and thoughts about this? And I have to sometimes, you have to fight to be able to be sane and to operate because of so much negativity or fear in your head. Why is the question. Well, when you're energetically aware, you understand that. I understand. Every morning when I wake up, I recognize that I'm in an energy. I'm in an energy field, and I'm interacting with this energy field, and this energy field is interacting with me. And in this energy field is two headings: high vibration and low vibration. Now, there's hundreds of subtitles that you could use for high vibration. Happy, joyous, free, abundant, blessed, open, in your truth, blah, blah, like that. You get the picture. Same thing with the low vibration energies: anger, worry, stress, doubt, fear, resentment, reactivity, desperateness, anger, worry, all that. You guys get it. And every morning, these energies come into play to influence me, to influence you, to influence this world. Now, if you're energetically aware and trained, you're ready for it. You understand what's about to take place, so you guard yourself against it. And doing the tools and the trainings that I teach you and the methods, you every day wake up and be okay. It's up to me to take charge of my energy, my thoughts, feelings, emotions, and behaviors. That's my energy. That's how you operate. Now, by the way, let me just take a quick second to welcome all the people who have come on. We had a whole bunch of people coming on here. Hey, Nathan's on here. Teresa, Tatiana, great. All you guys, welcome. If you could, on the chat, just say hi. It would help. I appreciate it. Just give a shout out where you're listening from, and any messages that you want to give me, any questions that you have, any comments, please put that on the chat. This is an interactive broadcast, and I love getting feedback from all the viewers. So go ahead and give me a shout out or a write on the chat. I'd appreciate it. It helps me get the broadcast out there. All right. So when we wake up in the morning, the way I used to wake up in the morning, I'd be, oh no, because when I used to wake up in the morning, I'd be awake for about 10 seconds before the thoughts would come. Oh God, I hope this doesn't happen today. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen today. I hope, it's, oh my gosh, I'm already in anxiety, stress, and worry, and I'm awake 30 seconds. Where does that come from? It comes from the energies that are inside you and all around you that we're dealing with in this planet, that hit the high vibration and the low vibration energies. Now, this is core for you to understand. Those of you who are energy awareness training students level 1 and beyond, I know you get this, but for the new people or people who are just finding out about this, understand this. These energies come to you. They come to you to do their thing with you, so to speak. They have an agenda. Remember, again, go back to purpose, power, frequency. So the low vibration energy comes to you specifically. It delivers. This is the kind of the paradox of how energy works. I would love to wake up in high vibrational energy, in joy and happiness and flowing and just feeling fantastic, and know it's going to be a wonderful day, knowing I'm filled with love and blessings and abundance, and I want to share that with people, and it's just, I'm just floating, in bliss from moment to moment. Well, that's the way I wake up now. but I sure didn't start that way. And how that works is this. The energies that we don't want come looking for us. They come looking for us. So where do you think those thoughts coming from? Am I waking up and purposely going, okay, I want to think of something that's going to make me anxious and fearful and worry. Okay, I'm going to take a few minutes, have my coffee, I'm going to sit down here and let me concentrate on things that are going to take me in a low vibration energy so I can feel bad. Anybody do that? No one does that. You don't need to. Why? Because they're already there. They're already there percolating around in your head, trying to influence you, trying to pull you down. Now, the low vibration energy delivers. It comes to you. You don't have to go to it. It comes to you. It's happy to deliver, the day's misery to you. However, if you want to be in the high vibration energy, you've got to do something to make that happen. You've got to contact it. You've got to physically go, I want the high vibration energy. I want to feel good. I want to move into a place of joy and happiness and possibilities. And that's one of the reasons why I teach my students to declare every day, I'm taking back my energy now. I'm actually declaring I'm taking back my energy now. Why do you do that? It's simple. Because when you're aware, when you're energetically aware, you recognize that feeling good isn't an accident. You also recognize that feeling bad isn't an accident either. But so much of us, we were never taught to take control of our energy. We're never taught to control our thoughts. No one ever taught us about thoughts, how thinking works. I'm going to give you some great tools today, at the end that will revolutionize the way you think. So, but that's here in a few minutes. In the meantime, where we are is we're so passive. We're so passive, in the beginning of the day, we're just listening to the thoughts, listening to this thought, listening to that thought, listening to that thought, listening to this thought, And those thoughts are bringing us messages. They're bringing us messages. And the messages, if we're passive and we don't do anything, we don't control our thoughts, we just get up and do what most people do, which is take care of the physical things, right? Before you go to work, take your shower, get dressed, put on your makeup if you're a girl, or in this neighborhood if you're a guy, doesn't matter, but just get ready for the day, right? You got the physical aspect covered. But remember, we're only 10% physical. 10% physical, 90% non-physical. 10% physical, 90% non-physical. So you've heard my analogies about the iceberg, right? 10% above the water you can see, 90% below the water you can't see. So that which we can see, we can control. That which we're aware of, we can do something about. That which we're not aware of, we can't do anything about it if we're not aware of it. And this is again, missing link to everybody out there who wants to be more and do more and have a great life. And whatever your goal is, fall in love, make $1 million, travel all over the world, excel athletically, love animals. Whatever your goal is, that's great. I'm all for it. But understand within you are these energies that have an agenda. They have an agenda. The high vibration energy wants to pull you up. The low vibration energy wants to pull you down. Okay, is that pretty clear? And you think, well, Glenn, what do I do about it? Okay, well, the first thing you do is you become energetically aware, which means, as far as my thinking goes, I don't believe everything I think. In fact, I know in the classes, what I teach you how to do is to step back and become the observer, become the watcher of your thoughts. It's the difference between a river. Let's say you got a rough river going, the rapids are going, and it's the difference between being in the river and watching the river go by. So if I'm in the river and I'm shooting the rapids, I'm on a kayak, and I'm going over this bump and I'm going over this bump, et cetera, heading towards the waterfall, I'm in that river and I'm dealing with I'm actively part of that drama in the river. But if I'm on the bank, if I'm watching the river and I'm watching the rapids go by, I can watch the river, but I'm not part of it. Does that make sense? You can watch the river, but you're not a part of it. So this is the important thing, and one of the early steps that we teach in the training is you can't believe everything you think, because the low vibration energy can hack into your thoughts. In other words, can place a thought in your head that's not you. But to make the point, to try to snag you, kind of like fishing, get the hook in there and try to pull you down like that. And this is the key thing to moving into your highest potential. See, all of you guys, we all want to be you would be watching this if you were interested in developing yourself, if you were interested in having more, being more, right? You just be out somewhere having an ice cream cone. But people who are into self-development, people who are into education, expansion, and awareness, you want to know. I wanted to know. I wanted to know, how does this world work? How do I work? And what is the solution to moving from being unhappy and unfulfilled and miserable to living a happy, joyful, abundant life? And one of the first things I realized is that you can't believe everything you think, because we have thoughts that have an agenda. Remember, talked to you about that before. What are thoughts? Thoughts are energy. What's energy? A power, a purpose, a frequency, a direction, gives off information. So I know if I have a thought in my head that says, I'm not worthy. You ever heard that one before? Or you're not good enough. We've all had that thought, because we've all looked at people who were able to do things that we couldn't do, or at least weren't able to do yet, and think, they're so good and I'm not as good at that, I'm not good enough. Or some of you have religious upbringing, that in the prayers that say, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. Really? Who says you're not worthy? That's a thought, and that thought has an energy. Okay? Now here's your first quiz. What energy is that? Is it high vibration or is it low vibration? It's low vibration. Okay? So when I have a thought that says I'm not worthy or not good enough, or, I suck, or, I'm never going to have what I want, those thoughts go through us all the time. They go through me. They go through everybody. The question is, are you aware of where that thought comes from, and are you aware of what the energy behind that thought is? If you're energetically unaware, it goes right in. Goes right in. You think, I guess I'm not worthy. Yeah, I guess I'm not good enough. Yeah, I guess I'll never have it. Okay, now stop for a minute. How does that feel, thinking thoughts like that? Not good. Makes me feel heavy, dark, stuck, anxious, worried, fearful. What kind of energy is that? Low vibration energy. What's the outcome or the goal of low vibration energy? To block us from going into high vibration energy, or to sum it up, to make you suffer. That's the purpose of it. Now, I'm going through this meticulously. Eventually, you learn how to do it like this. You recognize the energy. So if I'm the watcher and I'm on the banks of the river, and so to speak, and this thought comes in, okay, you're not worthy, you're not good enough. Like you're going to be stuck in this situation your whole life. This is it. Okay? As an energy awareness training student, the first thing I say to myself is, wait, whose thoughts are those? Wait, whose thoughts are those? That means that I'm on the bank of the river going, wait a minute, I'm watching the process take place. Hold on. Whose thoughts are these? Where's that coming from? What kind of energy is that? And is that the energy that I want? And once you recognize it as a low vibration energy intrusion or attack, then you do one of the methods that I teach you on how to neutralize that. If we have time, I'll go through one before we end. But essentially, I want to move the energy around that out. Remember, nothing changes until energy moves. You heard me say that. That's my signature line. Nothing changes until energy moves. So first you have to be aware of the energy and what it is. And then the second thing is you want to move it out. So if you notice, the thought comes, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. Okay. If I'm in the river, so to speak, in other words, if I accept those thoughts, that thought will create a feeling in me. Because remember, energy is always expanding. So that thought's going to create a feeling in me like, oh, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. See, that thought creates a feeling, just kind of a sensation. And it reveals to you what the source, what the direction of that energy is, whether it's high vibration or low vibration. So immediately what we do as energy awareness training students is we go, whose thoughts are that? I'm watching that. Low vibration energy. Low vibration energy wants to make me suffer. Don't want to suffer. I'm going to neutralize that. Okay, you're neutral. Immediately you go into the neutralization process. It takes a minute. It's easy as taking a breath. But you're moving the energy out. That's what it means to be energetically aware. Now, if I'm not energetically aware, if I let that thought come right in, if I'm, so to speak, in the river, instead of watching the river go by, if I'm in the river, I take that thought and go, oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm never going to have it. And I allow that thought, which opens up a feeling, to expand into an emotion, I mean, it's one thing to have a twinge, right? It's another word to feel it intensely in your body. Now, how does that feel? Unworthy, not good enough, never going to have it. Lousy, feels lousy, right? So what kind of energy is it? It's low vibration energy. Well, I know that since energy is always expanding, that unless I neutralize that energy, I'm going to get more low vibration energy, because the thoughts turns into a feeling which expands out to an emotion. Now you're feeling it. I'm not worthy. I'm never going to be good enough. Life's so tough. Now that energy has got you. Now it's got control over you. Now it's making you, it's pulling you into a resonance. It's like an alligator, pulling an animal, into the swamp. It's got you. It's got you. Now, the animal's out of luck once the gator gets it, but we've got resources. We don't have to be under the influence of that low vibration energy. But the first thing is we want to recognize the energy. And so much of the success that you have as being an energy student is to be able to see things people can't see. See, everything that takes place out here is an energy. And it's really cool once you're energetically trained, because you can see things other people can't see. You can know the direction of where things are headed. So that's true when you can see where relationships are going. You can see where an athletic contest is going. You can see and kind of know the future. Now, I'm not saying you can predict the future 100% of the time, but what you can do is at least 70 to 80% of the time know where something's headed. And if you know where something's headed, you can do something to change that, especially if it's low vibration energy. So when I wake up, and the thoughts are, it's going to be a bad day, or what if this happens? I go, whoa, whose thoughts are those? I immediately, as the observer, watch those thoughts and go, ooh, low vibration energy. And I know low vibration energy wants to cause suffering, and I know that it's a hidden energy that's trying to take over my energy field. I'm not going to let it. I'm going to take control of my energy now, and I'm going to move into what I teach, the energetic exercises or energetic platforms, to neutralize all of those negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and to put my attention into high vibration energy. So what we do is we clean first. The first thing you do is you do an energy scan. I've gone over that in one of the videos, which simply is you wake up in the morning and you go inside and you look at your energy. You become aware. How am I feeling? What are my thoughts? What are my emotions? What's my body telling me? You're becoming aware of this thing called energy. Not to be aware of your energy, man, is to be missing out on 60% of life. 60%, maybe even more. Because that's the way life comes to us. It comes to us energetically. All the news we get is energetically. Hey, you just won the lottery. Great energy. Woo, great. Hey, everybody's getting a bonus. Yeah, great. I'm giving you a raise. You're getting a promotion. Great. Comes to you energy. The other energies come at us too. Energies of, God forbid, accidents or disappointments or setbacks or failure or frustration. That's energy too that comes to us. So that energy creates a thought, creates an emotion, creates a behavior. So what I'm conveying to you here in this class today is the understanding that there's a deeper realm that governs this physical existence. And the understanding of that realm, I'm going to go close the door here. I got my screen door open. Remember I talked to you about leaving the door open? So I left the back door open and we got great air coming in. We got sunshine coming in. But a couple of flies came in. So I got to shut that door. I got to do something. It's a perfect metaphor. Leave the door open. Leave the door open to your mind. Leave the door open to your energy. Flies are going to get in. Mosquitoes are going to get in because the door's open, because there's no filter. You must be energetically trained to, first of all, to be aware of this world of energy and how it works. And second, to recognize is that it's affecting you. It's affecting you right now, every day that you're alive. So most of us, when you look, if you think about your life, you're going, yeah, I've had some good things, but I'm not where I want to be in life, and I'm not doing what I want to do, and I'm, and you can feel that kind of frustration. I'm frustrated. I'm here and I should be there. Well, what's frustration? Is it a high vibration energy or a low vibration energy? It's a low vibration energy. And what does low vibration energy bring us more of? More low vibration energy. So now, so many people think that it's a life doing it to them. Life's doing it to you. So whereas, I got a bad break, and I had a tough upbringing, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be happy, and maybe maybe life has passed me by, and wait a minute, whose thoughts are those? Life has passed you by? Oh, I'm 30 years old and I think life's passed me by, or I'm 40 years old, or I'm 50, whatever it is. Hey, whose thoughts are those? Who are you allowing to influence your energy? And it's really simple. If you're happy, joyful, and positive and feeling great, you're in a high vibration energy field. If you're struggling and in constant turmoil and combat with thoughts of depression or worry or anxiety or fear, you're in a low vibration energy field. But you can control it. That's the good news. You can control it. I have people coming to me, to study energy awareness training, and some people like to study personal one-on-one, and they come to me with a variety of problems that they haven't been able to solve. And they go, I've tried this and I tried that and I tried this, and I got a referral. Somebody, one of your students worked with you and got miracles and told me about you, and I'm gonna come and maybe you can help me. And it's not like I'm some miracle man. All I'm doing all I do with people is I get them in touch and reconnected with their own energy fields with full control. So if you've been living a life and you've got a lot of, painful or hurtful memories going on, or you feel like you're carrying something that you did or something that you were involved with, is hanging on you like a bowling ball, and you can't shake it. It's just an energy. So you have maximum control over your energy if you're energetically aware. If you're not energetically aware, you have no control. And that's why people get depressed, and that's why people do, harm themselves and commit suicide, because they think, I have no control. My life's not going the way I want it to. All is lost. Maybe I just better check out. Oh, whose thoughts are those? Right? Whose thoughts are those? Wait a minute. Whose thoughts are those? Is that high vibration? I don't think so. Low vibration? You better believe it. And when you see the link up, what? The suggestions are, some of you guys have heard my story about, the Golden Gate Bridge and having the thought process, I'm having a great day and the thought process tells me to drive into the ongoing traffic, which is suicide. Is that my thought? Did I wake up in the morning going, okay, I'm going to have a thought when I cross the Golden Gate Bridge, I'm going to have a thought and I'm going to tempt myself, to have a head-on collision, God forbid, with some car. That's not my thought. I didn't plan that. That was planted. It's planted in you from this energy field. So if you ever wonder, you ever have a cockamamie thought? And we all do. And you think, oh my God, how could I think that? Oh, what's wrong with me? Oh, and then we beat ourselves up for the thoughts that go through our head. That's crazy. That's like beating yourself up for what, you see something on TV. Oh, well, this is suffering. I'm going to beat myself up. It's crazy. It's just that you don't know how the energies work. And I'm giving you, in these classes, and I'm trying to give you in each class just kind of like an eye-opener about how the energies work, so that you can, so I can inspire you, if you want to have a great life, to become energetically aware and to up your happiness quotient, your abundance quotient, your love quotient, times 1,000. So you can actually be in a high vibration energy all the time. And it's true. The purpose of energy awareness training is to eliminate suffering and to be able to, for us to create energetic freedom, energetic and emotional freedom. What's that? The ability to be happy, joyful, or at least high vibrational energy no matter what happens to us. Let me tell you something. You're going to need that skill. Everybody listening to me is going to need this skill sooner or later. Every human being walking around is going to need this skill, because everybody goes through adversity. We all go through adversity. We all go through the process of life. And one of the energetic laws I teach is that we are both physical and non-physical beings. Both physical and non-physical beings. Now, in the physical world, which we're operating in here, in physicality, all physicality has a beginning and an end. No matter what it is, it has a beginning, has an end. The day has a beginning, has an end. The movie has a beginning, has an end. Human beings physically have a beginning and an end. Whatever it is, that's the way it works in the physical world. But energetically, which operates in it not only in this level, but in higher dimensions, in a higher dimensional reality, that energy was never born and it never dies. It just is. And it's unlimited. And it's filled with goodness, and it's filled with all possibilities, and it's open and it's free, and it's expanding and moving. And the key characteristic to that energy is love. It's a high vibratory frequency. Now, we are both of those things. That's another energetic law, law of duality, which we're both a physical body and we're an energetic body at the same time. So think about this, and I don't want to give you too much info here to overload you, but I really want to give you some really good meat, or I shouldn't say that, or some good nourishment here for those of you who are vegan. So so much of we experience, many of the whys are, why does this happen? Why is this happening? Well, one way to understand it is that you're a physical being containing an unphysical being. We're a visible being that houses an invisible being, energy. So in a physical body, we have an invisible energy. And the two are kind of, it's a polarity. The physical body, it's kind of ironic too, which we can see is limited, has a beginning, has an ending. The energy that we can't see, but we can certainly feel it, has no beginning, has no end. So we have an eternal, infinite energy, which we are, housed in a physical body, which is limited. So we have an unlimited energy housed in a limited energy form. Does that make sense? So when we talk about higher consciousness, when we talk about faith, when you talk about God, now I know some people don't like that word and some people do, but some people have issues because a lot of people were traumatized and beat up and abused, by people in the name of God. So that's completely understanding. But we all understand that there's higher frequencies and higher dimensions at work, right? Even now, there's light. There's light that we can see. There's light that we can't see, ultraviolet light. There's energies that we can see. You can see the wind blowing, but you can't see microwaves, or you can't see cell waves. You can see the cell towers, but you can't see the waves themselves. So what I want to convey to you is that we're living in this we're living in this energetic world that is so linked in to everything that we're doing, to the very core of our inner being, of how we operate, whether we think this is a happy world or a painful world, whether we think life's wonderful or we think life's a pain in the butt, whether we aspire to do great things or where we're just trying to protect ourselves from being hurt, right? Two energies going on. And I'm here to tell you that you have full power over that, and that no matter what you've been through or what you've experienced, and I know many of you out there have experienced a lot of pain and a lot of adversity and are still dealing with it. You see people here who have been abused, whether sexually or physically or mentally or whatever, and they experienced abuse when they were children. Well, now they're 40 and 50 and 60 years old, and they're still dealing with it. They're still dealing with it. Now, we were taught when we were kids, if something bad happens to you, get over it, shake it off, yesterday's news. Okay, well, there's a part of us that can do that and a part of us that can't do that. The part of us that can do that is the 10%. Okay, I'm going to think positive. The person who abused me, okay, I'm going to let it. But that's the 10%. But the 90% is still at the effect of that energy. This is another class that I'll go into. But remember, energy is beyond space and time. So something that happened to you when you were 3 years old, unless that energy has been identified and dissolved, it's still operating. The energy is still operating. And if it's low vibration energy, and abuse energy is, what kind of energy is it to continue to create? Low vibration energy. So this is why we have people, and I'm starting to notice this now. People in their 50s and their 60s come to me and they said, I've been healthy my whole life, and I've been an athlete, and I've been in great shape and take care of myself, and now my health's falling apart, and I got this pain, and I got this condition, I got this thing I'm dealing with, and I don't know why. I've taken care of myself my whole life, and I say, well, you've taken care of all the physicalness of yourself. You eat right, and you exercise, but you didn't take care of the non-physical. You didn't take care of the energetics. And the energetics is the 90%. The physicality is the 10%. Your energy, and whatever that frequency is, will decide and create your future. So the energy that I'm in right now, let's say I'm starting my day. The energy that I'm in right now, good, bad, or ugly, high vibration or low vibration, that's my energy field. Now, if I'm not aware that I have an energy field, too bad. I still have an energy field, right? Whether you're aware of this or not, most people aren't, you still have an energy field. That energy field goes out into the world, and it goes out wherever you're going, and it gets there before you do. Your energy, people can feel your presence. You ever had that? You can feel somebody coming, or you feel something about to shift, and then a minute later somebody walks through the door, or something happens, because you can feel the energies before you get there. So you're having an effect on people, whether you're aware of it or not. Now, if you like the effect you're having with people, good. That's probably high vibration. But if you don't, if you don't think people are treating you the way you feel you should be treated, whether it's in a relationship or respect at work or whatever social situations you're in, if you don't like the way people are treating you, or you wish it was better, it's on you. It's not them. It's what your energy is bringing to the situation. Remember, I've taught you that energy doesn't come to you, it comes from you. So whatever we're dealing with internally, thoughts, feelings, and emotions, memories, traumas, dramas, stories, all this stuff packed inside us, if you've never done any of this type of work before, any kind of clearing or processing work, it's still in there. The kid who beat you up on the playground in third grade, when you went home crying and were horribly feeling awful, that's still in there. The embarrassment that we had when we started dating, that's still in there. It's all still in there, and it's still wreaking its havoc. And this is why people are stressed out. They're stressed out because they're not only dealing with what's going out in the world, what they're dealing with here. You're dealing with climate change, and you're dealing with changing economy, and you're dealing with, work situations, family situations, health situations. Today, you're also dealing with stuff from the past. So we are an accumulation of all the energy that we've ever experienced, and not just in this life, past lives, or the stuff that gets handed down from our ancestors. So what I want you, the prime idea here is I want to alert you to is that things just don't happen to you, or they don't need to happen to you. You're not a victim. Energy awareness training is about waking you up, about being more conscious and understanding that you're a living, breathing energy field, and that their energy's coming at us. Their energy's coming at us every day. You can't see them, but they're affecting you every day. And if you like what it's doing, great. Most of us don't like it. And that's where the low vibration energy is able to do its work, by planting thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are low vibration energy that are meant to pull us out of our good. So if you're aware of that and you watch your thoughts like being on the river, it's the difference between being in the river and watching the river go by. So with each thought, you're watching it. You don't have to associate. Just because I have a thought that says I'm not worthy, that doesn't mean that doesn't make it so. That thought's trying to influence me to go to a certain direction, right? To go into the low vibration energy of suffering. But when I'm on the side of the river and I'm watching the thought going, no, I'm not going for that. No thanks. Whose thought's that? That's not mine. And then I take a big, delicious breath. And I refresh. Use the breath to refresh. Breath, refresh. Love it. Okay, let me check the chat here, see how you guys are doing. See if you guys got any questions on this. If you're getting something out of this, let me know. Okay, a lot of good stuff here. Okay, let me answer some questions here. Hey, Linda. Linda's in LA. Great. Hey, Linda. Okay, Teresa, it used to be the same way you were getting the day before it even started. Gratitude process in the morning. Great, we'll talk about that. Hey, Norma, cool. North Carolina is on the line here. Loving it. Great, wow. Okay, so let me answer a couple of questions before we adjourn. So one of the things that we do in the training is, of course, you've heard gratitude. You've heard that. Be grateful. What does grateful do? Is it a platitude? Oh, just be grateful for what you have. My mother used to say that. When she would make something that I don't like when I was a kid, one time she made me the chuck steak, and this thing was so tough, it was like eating a shoe. And I said, Ma, how can I eat this? This thing's so tough, I can't chew it. She said, be grateful that you have something to eat. Be grateful. A lot of people don't have anything to eat today. I go, well, they're probably lucky that they're not going to lose a couple of teeth by biting into the steak that feels like, a leather shoe. Well, actually, she was saying something pretty profound. And what was profound about it is energy flows where attention goes. Okay, remember that. Energy flows where attention goes. So where I put my attention is going to expand the energy. Whatever I'm looking at, wherever I'm focusing my energy, it's going to expand that energy, good or bad. So if I'm focused on what sucks in my life, if I'm focusing on what I hope doesn't happen, if I'm focusing on what I'm afraid of, or if I'm focusing on somebody who ripped me off or did me bad or did me wrong, I'm focusing on low vibration energy. What's low vibration energy going to bring me more of? More low vibration energy, okay? And that's the way it's going to go until you purposely step in, use the energetic tools that I teach you, and go, wait, whose thoughts are those? Not my thoughts. What energy is this? And then you move, you do the methods to move the energy. Remember, this isn't just another intellectual dialogue here. I'm giving you insights on how the energy works, but then we have to move it. And one of the best ways to move the energy is the breath. So gratitude is very important. I do it every day. I wake up, part of I do about a 45-minute energy awareness training exercise. Now you can do it in 10, 15 minutes, but since I'm the teacher and I really enjoy getting high amounts of high vibrational energy. And part of that is, every day, 10 things that I'm grateful for. Without a doubt. Why? Because when I do that first thing in the morning, I'm focusing on what I like. I'm focusing on what I'm grateful for. I'm focusing on what works. I'm focusing on what makes me feel good. So what's that? High vibration energy. What's that going to bring me more of? High vibration energy. But more importantly, I'm training my mind to move in the direction that I tell it to move in. See, your mind is a wild horse. It's a bucking bronco, right? It's unruly. It wants to do its own thing. It doesn't want to listen to you. It not only does it want to listen to you, it wants to torment you and taunt you. So part of energy awareness training is the ability to slowly, it doesn't come overnight, but it comes when you slowly train your mind to move from low vibration energy into high vibration energy. And I train my mind every day because you have to do this every day. You have to take control of your energy every day. It's just like taking a bath. You got to do it every day. You might get away with skipping a day, but that's about it. So if you want to be able to access the highest levels of happiness, the highest levels of joy, the highest levels of connection of heaven on earth, it's available to every single one of you if you're willing to pay the price to do that. And for me, the price was nothing, man. To get rid of the anxiety and the stress in my head, I'd do whatever it took. And now, since I was able to codify how that works, I'm bringing it to you in energy awareness training. And if you may have heard me say, if there's one thing that you decide to master in this life, typing or a language or exercise. No, the most important thing you can master is your energy, is to be energetically aware of how you work, of how your thinking process works, how your energy works, how your emotions are connected to all of these things. Because once you're able to eliminate your own suffering, and that's my goal for each and every one of you, eliminate your suffering. You don't need to suffer anymore. Why? Because suffering's in your head. It's in here. All of the things that we torment ourselves over, 99% never happens. And if it does happen, it's usually not as bad as we thought it was going to be. So, and then you ask yourself, well, if that's the case, then why do I make myself suffer? You don't make yourself suffer. The low vibration energy makes you suffer. You're allowing this process to make you suffer. If you're not energy aware, or you never, or you're not interested in energy, you go, okay, great. Then you're allowing this process to take place. I hope that's clear to you. Nobody escapes it. We're all dealing with high and low vibration energy every day. And for those of you who are into self-improvement, those of you who want to be happy, those of you who want to go to the next level, whatever it is that you want, it's tied into your energy. Whatever it is that you don't have right now is because you're in an energy field that's blocking that from happening. I'm going to repeat that. Whatever it is that you don't have, whether it's physical or relationship, physical or non-physical, maybe it's just to feel good every day. Whatever, if you don't have that, that means there's an energy blockage there because you've tried to have it and you weren't successful. You think, oh, well, it's me. No, it's not you. You're being influenced by these energies. And energy awareness is the key. And I'll tell you what, for you parents out there, my goal is to be able to train millions of people in energy awareness training in my lifetime. And imagine if in the next generation, they don't have to suffer emotionally. Imagine if there were tools and they were that automatically could kick in when you get frustrated, when you get rejected, when you lose someone, God forbid, or when you have a setback. None of us have those tools. I'm here to bring them to the world. And if we have those tools, you're going to have people are going to be happier, they're going to be healthier, they're going to be more loving, they're going to be more tolerant of each other, and it's going to be a better world. So learn energy awareness training, not just for you, for your spouse, for your children, for your grandchildren, for the people all around you. I noticed that as my energy increased, I'm going to level with you. When I was growing up, I was one tense and anxious son of a gun. And I was holding down so much low vibration energy that sometimes people would feel weird about me. Oh, what's with him? Like Mr. Intense, the guy's, what's with him? And I'm the nicest guy that there is walking around. I got a heart as big as the moon, as those of you who know me can attest to. But that was being blocked by my fear, my worry that I wasn't good enough, or that things weren't going to happen, or that I was going to look bad and all like this. Imagine lifting that 50-pound weight off you. Wow. And that's what you have here, as so many people can attest to in that. So I hope that answered that question here. How does forgiveness play in releasing? Well, it's important, and we have a whole class on that. So when, the concept of forgiveness, what does that mean? Well, it means that somebody has hurt us. Somebody has betrayed us, lied to us, cheated on us, whatever, and it hurt us. And when we get hurt, there's a part of us that turns that hurt into anger. First how could they do that to us? How could they do that to me? Why did they hurt me so much? And then that flips into, son of a gun. How could they do that, bastards? Turns into anger. So, resentment and anger. What kind of energy is it? Low vibration energy. What's it going to bring you more of? More low vibration energy. However, if you're not energetically aware, you'll think, okay, son of a, I'm going to get even with him someday. And you don't recognize that now you're housing low vibration energies of resentment and anger and stress. You're housing that inside you. You're saying, hey, come on in, come live inside me. The negativity, resentment, anger, come on, live inside me and expand and bring me more anger and bring me more resentment. That's what you're basically saying, but you don't know it. But that's what's happening when you allow yourself to move into those frequencies. Now, in the classes, when you're experiencing energetic awareness, when you're moving your energy, when you're in high vibration energy every day, as I'm teaching you how to do that, you recognize, you can see energies and how they play. So if that happened to me, and it has happened to me, people who have lied to me or misrepresented themselves, or et cetera, like that, I go, okay, on the 1% level, I'm not going to trust them again. I'm going to learn my lesson not to get involved with them. But on the energetic level, I forgive them. I go, okay, I forgive you. In other words, I'm not holding any low vibration energy around anybody who's hurt me. Now, if they've ripped me off and I can get the money back, or I can get whatever they ripped me off from back, I'm certainly going to do that. If you have to, contact the law or go to court or something, for justice sake, absolutely do that. But you can do that without being in low vibration energy. In fact, I have a class on that. What did I teach? There's always two things happening. There's always two things happening in everything that we do. There's the physicality of it, and there's the energetic direction. However, what do most people do? That son of a gun, he hurt me. I'm going to get him back. I'm not going to rest until I get my revenge. Okay. Well, what energy is that? Low vibration energy. What's it going to bring you more of? Low vibration energy. And you say, does that mean I should do nothing, Glenn? No, you didn't hear what I just said. I said, in the physical world, if there's something that you can do to retrieve it or to make something right, absolutely do that. But energetically, you don't want any low vibration energy in your energy field. You want to, no way. Why? Because it's going to bring more of the same. Who wants more misery? Right? Who wants more suffering? I don't. You don't. But no one ever explained this to us. Oh, forgive people. They say that a lot in church, in religion. Oh, just forgive them, forgive you. Yeah. Forgive somebody who hurt me? Hello? Forgive somebody who did me wrong? Somebody that I trusted? What, are you kidding me? Forgive me? Okay, yeah, I forgive you. Yeah, I forgive you. As soon as I find a way to get even. It's not the way it works. See, so being energetically aware is we're multi-dimensional beings. Okay, I don't want to get too into some of the advanced concepts, but in other words, we're working with different realities. We're working in the physical reality, also working in the energetic reality. Hope that answers your question. I think I did a good job on that, so let me say that. Lisa, I'm so grateful for what I have because I'm very little now. I've been through much abuse in my life. Okay, continue reading that. I've learned at an early age, don't dwell, think about it, learning energy to be a happier person. Wonderful. I'm glad to hear about that. For those of you who this is new to you, I've been doing these broadcasts for a while, but if you're new to the work, welcome. The news is good. The news is whatever you've gone through, whatever you've had to, whatever trauma or upset you've had to experience, there's a way out. There's a way out from suffering. There's a way out from misery. There's a way back into wholeness. And high vibration energy, when you put that on, I put it on every day. I operate, I live in high vibration energy. It's love, it's joy, it's happiness, it's peace. It's a quiet mind. And one of the benefits that you get in energy awareness training is learning how to reduce and quiet that monkey mind inside you, that voice that's always going, you're not good enough, you're not doing like this. And I am so grateful that I've reduced that voice from being so loud, from about a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the loudest, 0 you can't hear at all, to about a 1. My voice was at a 10, bugging me and disturbing me. Now it's at a 1, maybe even a 0.5. And you can have the same thing too. This is why I offer energy awareness training to the world. Okay, a couple more questions and we'll wrap up. Any more feedback? If you haven't had a chance to say hi on the chat, please do so. Just say hi. Appreciate you letting me know you're watching. Any questions, any agreement, any disagreement, just putting it out there for feedback here before we complete. Okay, so what did we learn today? What did we learn? The important thing that I hope you've learned is a reminder to be energetically aware. Even if you listen to my broadcasts every week, or even every day. Some people listen to me every day. That's great. But here's the thing. I want you to be energetically aware. I want you to take back your own life. I want you to live the feelings and the joy and the energy that you want to live in, which is high vibrational energy. I want that for you. It's my intention for you. Understand that every day there's an energy that doesn't want you to do that doesn't want you to be happy, that doesn't want you to move forward in that. And that's where the internal war, the internal combat takes place. And all of us, if you're energetically unaware, are fighting these energies. One energy is pulling us to the right, one energy is pulling us to the left, boom, 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 like this. And if you've got two opposing forces going in opposite directions, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck. You're shut down. And you can be as positive until you're blue in the face, or you can talk about the problem again until the cows come home. But nothing changes until energy moves. So the smartest thing and the most valuable thing you can do in your life is learn how your own energy works. Everybody here has their own energetic operating system, and it's unique to you. You've had experiences I haven't had. I've had experiences you haven't had. You're dealing with certain issues in your life that are challenging for you. I'm dealing with this, and we're all dealing with it. The cool thing about it is that if you allow this unlimited energy to assist you, to help you, you can clear that stuff up. And you have a choice. You either clear it up or you ignore it. I'm talking about your low vibration energy. Clear it up or you ignore it. If you ignore it, it grows and gets worse. Until one day, it's like a pressure cooker. You stuff it, and then you put one more little drop in there, and what happens? Boom! Off it goes. Blows up. We don't want that to happen to you. Okay? So take charge of your energies. Watch your thoughts. Don't be in the river, the victim of your thought. Going, I had this thought, I'm not worthy. That must mean I'm not worthy. And you go right into whatever that negative thought, feeling, or emotion is. I want you to stand on the banks of the river and go, wait 1 second. Whose thoughts are those? It's not my thoughts. It's not who I would have. You take a delicious breath or 3 breaths, whatever it takes to move the energy out. If you don't like what you're thinking, move the energy out. Look at in my one of the videos on I go over the energetic breath. Please master the energetic breath. It'll change your life, and then you'll be at cause. You won't be at the effect. See, we're either the cause of our experience in our life, or we're the effect of it. Either cause or effect. Most of us are living as the effect. Most of us are living passively and just accepting whatever thought goes through our head, whatever emotion we're feeling, whatever circumstances happen. What am I gonna? You're passive, which means you're letting things happen. Well, I'll tell you what. In this world, you have to take charge. You have to take charge of your own energy. You have to take charge of your household. You have to take charge of your finances. And the stuff that you don't take charge on, whatever you're blind to or whatever you're ignoring, gets worse. So, people ignore, conditions in their houses or in their bodies. It's like ignoring a tooth. You got a sore tooth. Maybe it'll go away on its own. Not likely. You can numb it out with Tylenol or drugs, but you got to fix that thing or it's going to get worse. And today's, maybe you just need a filling, but if you don't have it filled today, you're going to need a root canal next week, or next month, the tooth may need to come out. You see what I'm saying? So take charge of your energy. Learn, inquire, what's this energy awareness training? How can it help me? My aim is to get you curious on how this works so that I can fill in the gaps here. A couple more questions here. I have a lot of energy coming your way. What are some of the tricks to change LVE to HVE? Well, one of the things I just talked to you about, your thoughts, of how not to be passive in your thoughts or your emotions. So now I teach this all in the course. Let me just go into that for a second. Energy awareness training is a 10-level course. There's 10 courses. Each level has 8 to 10 courses, 8 to 10 classes in it on every aspect of energy, how your thoughts work, how your emotions work, how your body works in terms of energy, how the energy fields work out there, what the energetic laws are on the planet, how relationships work, how sex works, how money works, how health works, how career works, how spirituality works. That's something I need to do a class on. When you become energetically aware, those of you who are seeking, a closeness with the divine or enlightenment, or at least to be aware in consciousness, this is the fast track to becoming awareness and conscious, because all of that's enlightenment, awareness, and consciousness. That's all energy that you're dealing with. And that's the process of being able to move out the old stuck energy and to bring on the high vibration energy. And remember, when we're in a high vibration energy, we're unlimited. There's no limit. We're connected to all possibilities. That's why when we use energy awareness training in terms of manifestation, or what some people call prayer, we have an intentions. The energy is there to be used, so we use it. And we only use high vibration energy for the betterment of people, to feel better, to protect you, to move you forward, to anything that'll bring on more high vibrational energy. So to answer that question is, at least from this class, not being the analogy of the river, not passively accepting your thoughts and emotions that come to you, but going, whoa, standing on the banks of the river and going, where's this coming from? Is this how I want to feel? Is this what I want to do? No. And then at least one good technique you can use is just take 3 deep breaths and just allow the energy to dissolve. See, because I'm moving energy. When you get low vibration energy, again, that's a stuck, constricted energy. But when I start moving the energy, it opens up. And when energy is flowing, it's like when energy is flowing, it's high vibrational energy. When energy is stuck, it's low vibration energy. That's why, if I have a glass of water here and I keep it here for a month, when I come back a month later and I look in it, I go, yuck, there's bugs and dirt and junk in there. Why? Because the water wasn't moving. It was stuck. It was stale. And that's characteristic of low vibration energy. Not moving, stuck, stale. We see water that's moving like through a hose or moving through a river. That's clean water. You can drink out of that. Why? Because it's moving. And when things move, they get clean. That's why we move energy. I teach you how to move energy every day. You got to move that energy. Exercise is a great way to do that. That's another thing we recommend. Exercise, just not for the physical body, but for the energetic body as well. Okay, glad that helped you. Hey, Matt, welcome. All right, you guys, if there are no more questions, I'm going to wrap up the class for today. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. If you would just write on the chat, those of you who heard the class, what you got out of it. What idea or what concept rang your bell? Or what got you curious? What's got you more curious now about studying energy awareness training? What did you learn about yourself and about your own energy? What did you learn about thoughts, emotions, feelings? What did you learn about the difference between being able to be in the thought, in the emotion, versus watching it take place? There's a lot of nutrients in this class here, so I hope you take a look at it and review it. Now, those of you who want further information, or you said, well, I got to learn. That's what I did. I thought once I got And once I heard what you heard, I go, man, I got to learn this. I got to learn energy awareness. I want to change my life. I don't want to suffer anymore. I want to have a good life. And the difference between having a good life and not good life is your energy. Is being either connected to high vibration energy to have a good life, or low vibration energy not to have a good one. So we want the high vibration energy. So since we're on Facebook here, you can send me a private message with any questions or any inquiries. If those of you who are interested in studying energy awareness training, there's a couple of different ways to do so. You can get personally trained by me. You can go through the modules on the videos. We're developing some group classes. So got a lot of ways for you to learn. Be happy to talk with you about it. Go ahead and send me a private message. If you're on Instagram, you can message me through there. You can look at the website, energyawarennesstraining.com, energyawarennesstraining.com. And we have a video channel, which I have almost 100 videos on different aspects of energy awareness training. You can learn a lot from going there. I'd appreciate it if you go there to go ahead and like and subscribe so we can get the word out to people. My goal is simply this. If I help you get rid of all your low vibration energy and eliminate your suffering and become deliriously happy every day, you're going to help somebody else do the same thing. And I want to create a movement. This what this is. It's a movement. It's a movement of people who are dedicated to make change. And the greatest change that we can make, that a human being can make, is in the energy. Because anybody who ever changes their life, they change their energy. So change your energy, you change your life. And that's the good news that I'm spreading to everybody far and wide. Okay? Great. Appreciate you being here. Those of you just coming on, running the class now, but this will be repeated. It'll be posted on my Facebook page, and it'll be up and running here for the next 48 hours so you can watch the class. A lot of great stuff in here. Hope you learned a lot. Please give me the feedback on the chat. Any questions that you have or what you've learned, I'd really appreciate it. That helps me and gets the word out to other people. So, this is Glenn Ackerman. Hope you have a fantastic Sunday and the rest of your weekend. Remember, go in high vibration energy and get curious. Get curious about how your energy works and how it can change your life. And if you want to change your life, and if you want more of the good stuff, it's waiting for you. Just use the high vibration energy to get there. All right? We'll talk soon. Bye, everybody.